Foundation of a GTM strategy really starts with understanding what are the set of problems that companies are desperate to act on. There's like two types of problems in the world. You've got those that are what I'll call the paper cut problems, and you've got those that are the broken ankle problems. And in both cases, if I went to you and I said, hey, do you like paper cuts? Is that a problem? You'd be like, no. Do you like broken ankles? You'd be like, broken ankles are the worst. But the difference between the two is whether you're actually going to act on it. And I think that one of the harder things in product development is figuring out, am I solving a problem that is not just one that people acknowledge, but ones that they're desperate to act on, meaning they will dedicate budget to it, meaning they will marshal resources internally to evaluate and consider a solution and the change management that goes with solving a problem, and do the hard work that is bringing a solution into a company. And it's not only important from realizing that you're actually building for a problem that matters, it's also important for your actual go-to-market. Understanding the things that trigger companies to act is also part of like how I position and how I market the product that I'm building, and how I write my emails when I'm doing my cold outbound. You're in a meeting with a customer, you're doing discovery, and they're talking about the problem, and they're like, yes, this is a big problem for us. And you're like, great, what have you done previously to try to solve this? And if they're able to give examples, we assigned this tiger team to actually evaluate different solutions and we couldn't find anything, or we hired this special person who's an expert on this thing, you're like, oh yes, we're on to something. This is a set of problems that they're desperate to solve, and there's evidence that they're actually trying to solve it. But if that hasn't happened yet, the thing that is incumbent on you as a founder who's selling a product is to actually pressure test. Like, okay, great. How would you think about assigning budget to that? Would you be willing to dedicate those people this quarter? Trying to get a sense for like, okay, you're telling me there's a problem, but I got to pressure test whether you're actually keen to act on it. And if they're like, oh, we have all these other priorities, we're so busy, or maybe we could fit it into next year's budget cycle, it's not a problem they're desperate to act on, and it's something that you should be really thinking hard about.